Imagine standing in total darkness, the kind of darkness that exists before creation itself. This is Kashi Vishwanath, the most sacred temple in all of Hinduism. It stands on the banks of the Ganges River in Varanasi, India, and for over 1,000 years, millions of pilgrims have come here believing one simple truth: if you die in Kashi, you attain moksha, liberation from the cycle of rebirth. But here is what will surprise you. The temple you see today is only 250 years old. The true story of Kashi Vishwanath is far older, far more mystical, and far more important to understanding what Sanatan Dharma actually is than most Hindus even realize. And by the end of this video, you will discover the one secret hidden within the temple's very foundation that explains why Shiva chose this spot above all others on earth. Welcome to Sanatan Path. Today we explore not just a temple, but a cosmic revelation. The name itself holds the key. Kashi means the city that shines, from the Sanskrit root kash, meaning to illumine or to shine. Vishwanath means the Lord of the universe, Vishwa meaning universe, Nath meaning Lord. So this is literally the place where the infinite Lord reveals himself through the brilliance of divine light. But this is not metaphor. This is ancient spiritual geography, carefully documented across thousands of years. The origins of Kashi as a sacred center predate the modern temple by millennia. The Rigveda, composed between 1500 and 1200 BCE, makes reference to Kashi as an established pilgrimage site. By the time of the Upanishads, roughly 800 to 500 BCE, Kashi had become the undisputed spiritual capital of the Hindu world. Kings built temples here. Rishis, ancient sages, came to meditate here. The great philosopher Adi Shankaracharya walked these ghats in the 8th century CE and declared Kashi the heart of Advaita Vedanta, the philosophy of non-duality. But the Kashi Vishwanath temple itself, the grand structure with the golden spire you know today, was constructed in 1780 by the Marathi Queen Ahilyabai Holkar, one of the most remarkable women in Hindu history. She rebuilt the temple on the ruins of an earlier sanctuary, itself destroyed by invaders in the 17th century. The current golden dome was added later, funded by Maharaja Ranjit Singh of Punjab in the early 1800s. So this temple is a living monument to Hindu resilience, rebuilt again and again across centuries, each generation adding their devotion to the stone and mortar. But here is what most people, even devout Hindus, do not know about Kashi Vishwanath. The temple does not actually contain the primary Jyotirlinga, the cosmic pillar of Shiva's light, that pilgrims come to worship. Instead, the most sacred object in the inner sanctum is a Shiva Linga that stands in a small, dark chamber barely 12 feet across. What makes this linga so extraordinary is this: it is said to be self-manifested, Swayambhu in Sanskrit, meaning it was not carved by human hands, but appeared spontaneously from the earth itself. The linga is covered constantly in a silver plate, and very few people have ever seen it directly. Pilgrims touch the outer chamber wall or view it through the screen. Some say the true Jyotirlinga lies even deeper, beneath the temple floor, in a hidden chamber that remains sealed. This mystery, this unknowability, is itself the entire point of Shiva worship. The infinite cannot be fully seen. The divine cannot be fully grasped. And that is precisely why Kashi Vishwanath stands where it does, in a city where death itself becomes a doorway to eternity. Now, let us understand the deeper meaning. Kashi is not simply a location on a map. It is a state of consciousness. In Hindu philosophy, Kashi represents the place where the material world and the spiritual world meet. The Ganges river flowing through Kashi is not merely water, it is the flow of divine grace itself, descending from Shiva's hair in the Himalayas to purify all beings. When a soul dies in Kashi and touches these waters, the legend says that Shiva himself whispers the supreme mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, into their ear. This is not superstition. This is a metaphor for what happens when the individual soul finally merges with the universal consciousness, with Shiva himself. What makes Kashi Vishwanath revolutionary in the modern world is this: it teaches us that pilgrimage is not about location alone. Yes, the physical temple in Varanasi exists. Yes, millions visit it each year. But the true temple exists within your own heart, right now, in this moment. Every time you remember that you are not separate from Shiva, not separate from the infinite consciousness that pervades all existence, you are standing in Kashi. Every time you surrender your ego, your fear, your attachment to impermanence, you are bathing in the Ganges. The temple reminds us that we do not need to wait for death to experience liberation. Liberation is available now. Moksha is available now. We only need to recognize it. The golden spire of Kashi Vishwanath gleaming in the morning sun represents something eternal and unchanging within a world of constant change. It has been destroyed and rebuilt. Its priests have come and gone. Empires have risen and fallen around it. Yet it remains a beacon of Shiva's light, calling all souls toward their true nature. And that is the secret held within these ancient walls: you are Shiva. You have always been Shiva. Kashi Vishwanath simply reminds you to remember. Subscribe to Sanatan.